Sweetie, you know the other day, that that guy that was standing really close to you. Yeah. I mean, I trust you, I do. But the way that he was looking at you and talking to you didn't really feel right. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know you can handle yourself, you could. You're strong. But sometimes I feel this protective instinct. And I can't help but feel a little bit jealous, you know? And I know it's not fair. I mean, you have the right to talk to whoever you want to talk to. It's just that when I see someone getting so close, acting like that, talking to you, flirting with you, and they can take your attention away from me, just drives me a little bit crazy, you know? And I don't want to be that guy, the overly jealous boyfriend. But I guess when it comes to you, I just can't help it. You mean so much to me. And the thought of anyone thinking that they can have what we have really gets to me. But honestly, it's not about them though. It's about how much I care about you. How much I love you. And to see someone else trying to get in between that, even if it's just in my head, really stirs something inside of me. I mean, I'm not mad at you or anything. I just need you to know that you're mine and I'm yours. I don't want anyone to think that they have a shot of what me and you built. I mean, you're my everything. I guess. I just don't like the idea of anyone seeing how amazing you are. I know it's selfish. I know, but I can't really help it. And I'll never stop you from talking to other people or making friends. I'm not like that. But just know, when I get a little bit jealous, it's because you mean the world to me. I love you so much, and I can't stand of the idea of someone else taking you away from me. But don't worry. I'm gonna try to keep it in check. And I just want you to know that you're mine. And I'll always be here, protecting what we have. Anyway, sweetie, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Here, let's cuddle. Come close. Do you remember our first date? I mean, I think about it all the time. I mean, to me, it feels like it was just yesterday. You know, I was like so nervous. But you probably couldn't tell because, you know, I was trying to like play it cool, but deep inside, I was freaking out. Do you remember that cute little restaurant? The one that we first met at? Yeah, that one. The one with the dim lights and the soft music playing in the background. I remember I showed up really, really early. It's because I didn't want to make you wait, silly. But honestly, I think I was just really excited to see you. And I remember when you walked into that restaurant, I was like, wow. I mean, my heart nearly stopped. You look so beautiful. You did. And I tried not to stare, but I think I failed. I think you saw me checking you out. And I remember when we sat down on the table. At first it was just normal conversation. About work and random things like that. But then as the night went on, something changed. And it felt like the whole world around us just disappeared. And it was just me and you. And I remembered that every time you laughed, it just made me want to get to know you more. I mean, I can listen to you talk forever. I know this might sound corny, but there was one moment that I remember that you tried to reach across the table and our fingers brushed. Your fingers brushed against mine. And that's when I knew. I knew that this was just not another date. I felt like this was something more. I felt like this was something real. And when I walked you home that night, I can honestly tell you I didn't want it to end. I tried to think of ways to keep the conversation going. Because I wanted to spend every single moment with you. I did. And when you got to your door, and you smiled at me and said, good night. And I felt like I was the luckiest person in the whole world. And out of nowhere, you kissed me. You kissed me on my cheek. And I swear I was smiling. I was smiling so much. All the way home. I was smiling ear to ear. And I knew that. And I knew from that moment, that I had to see you again. And that night, I knew that I couldn't just have one date with you. I wanted to be with you every single day. Every single day. And I'll never forget that night. For me, that night was everything. It was the start of our journey. And I'm glad that we got to share that night together. That moment. Yeah, sweetie. Let's cuddle.